out of the way, exhibition game, but just
Thank
overall
God.
thoughts?
Yeah, well, a lot of new combinations out there. Yeah, you have to remember we have 3 starters from last year's NCAA tournament team not in uniform and not on the court. Guys that have played and have some experience like Akeem, but it's been sitting a year. So I thought our second 20 minutes we were able to physically wear them down. That's a positive sign. Hold them to a shooting percentages that I thought were pretty good for our first time with the lights on. And we were able to kind of play our style of basketball, being a little more patient, touching the post, playing the game inside and out. But I thought defensively we're much further ahead than offensively. I think that's still the question mark for us on our inside play and how we're going to really put a mark on this team offensively.
Do you like a game like this where you guys got to battle a little bit? You're not just running over a team. You learn more from a game like this, don't you?
You do. There's a lot of pride. More in that uniform. I understand what it's all about. Those guys are tough. I mean, maybe a little smaller than us, but they're still tough. And it doesn't take talent. The things they're good at isn't all based on talent, and that's why I have a lot of respect for basketball and for teams like that. Because if you get those guys to buy into things, boxing out, playing hard, getting rebounds, taking care of the basketball, making the extra pass, those are the things that are going to help you at no matter what level you are become a really good team. They do those things. They made the extra pass on us. Plus, you're not going to see many 4s and 5s shoot the ball from the perimeter as well as they can shoot it. So it made our bigs come out and guard a little bit.
What did you think of the young man to your left there tonight? First time getting to see him for us, anyway.
First time in a uniform for us. I thought he was solid. I mean, that's what I expect from him. So, matter of fact, truth be told, I expect more from him. I think he expects that from the coach. But no, I was really pleased at how he was able to see the aggressiveness in the second half. That first half, trying to feel his way around, we don't have time for that. Just be aggressive. If you're going to sit down for being over aggressive. I think that's the way to look at it. So I'm really pleased at how he played on both ends of the floor.
We talked about it earlier, but he gives you such a different look from Jordan in that he's able to get in the lane, create stuff, score over guys rather than Jordan, where most of his damage is done hitting 3-pointers, right?
Yeah, you're right. And that's going to be our team this year. It's going to be done differently. It's going to be done as a committee. This guy right here is one of those guys that can be part of that core group that can help us score the ball a lot differently than we did last year.
Anybody else stand out to you?
Well, Tybee's 13-board effort I thought was pretty impressive, especially considering that it was kind of like it was like running in sand at times. I thought Steve and Justin, the combination at guard, Justin came in and was really solid for us. Steve didn't take too many shots. I thought he was opportunistic with that. And I know JR is going to have his games where he's going to be more of a factor, but transition, it was good to see us be a little more aggressive, a lot more aggressive than last year and trying to score some easy baskets.
Cody Wickman played 21 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
How do you see him fitting into the rotation if he decides not to redshirt?
Yeah, I mean, he's shoots the ball, can stretch the defense, really smart, heady player. And we're trying to find that group that can be the most effective. And sometimes playing 2 bigs might not be the most effective based on matchups. Tonight was a little more difficult to play both bigs. I thought Cody coming over playing some 4, we were able to stretch the D a little bit more, make some better decisions from the perimeter. I thought he did a nice job.
What did you make of the Prowls' performance tonight, their first game?
They're just solid. I mean, these guys, I know what they can do. They just put them in a game that's going to play as hard as they can. And really pleased at how they're progressing in practice. And today, it's just when you have both of them, I told him, I said, I'm not going to sub you in now and take your brother out. You played first in the second half. So there's 2 of them, and I think it allows us to be a lot more physical and a lot more aggressive with our inside play, as long as we get them to play that type of role for us.
When you don't have their jerseys on, can you tell which is which?
Only if they're standing next to each other.
Yeah.
I can. One has a little bigger head than the other. I won't tell you which one. I'll let you figure that out. Jaw's a little more pronounced, a little bigger head, but they're great kids.
Where's Austin at? If this was Auburn, do you think you'd have played?
Well, you know, he high ankle sprain, that takes time. So I'm sure if it was Auburn tonight, with the adrenaline going, he would have wanted to play. I don't know if physically he could play, but we'll let the trainers work on him for another week and see what happens.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Questions for Akeem?
Akeem, how good does it feel to be able to get back out on the court again under the lights after having a red shirt last year?
It's real big for me. I played about half a season in Northern, so just to get back out here, to be in a team atmosphere, to play games that count is really big for me.
Coach has talked a lot about your varied offensive game. Can you talk a little bit about that, how you've developed as a scorer over the years and what you're able to do that's down low, especially in the lane, that makes you so effective?
Yeah, the coach has preached to me about me just being physical, and I think the biggest thing for me is just using that, not settling for jump shots, because that, as a team, I don't think we're there yet this year. So if we can develop an inside presence, I think we'll be better as a team. And if I take the tone and I lead as that, then I think we'll be better as a team overall, just going inside. For me, development, it's a mindset. So for me to just say, okay, well, no, we're going to pass up on this shot and you're just going to get a better shot. That's really what I did.
The backcourt you guys have is really, it's a good look for you guys.
Yeah,
you got a bunch of long, athletic guys who can score in different ways, right?
Yeah. Our backcourt is really nice this year, and I think the biggest thing for us is, like Coach says, is playing with intensity. I know we're going to be nervous for the first. I know I was nervous for the first half, but I think after that we settled down. We got to use our athleticism, we got to show our athleticism, and some of the full court stuff we did. We did a few traps and stuff like that. I think we just showed that. That we are a little bit different, but we do have some athletes, so I think it's going to be good for us this year.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Todd. Yeah.